Hello YouTube, Red to Green here. Today is December 10th, 2021, and I'm here with another recap. Traded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks, up 313, can't complain. Very slow day. Had some pre-market moves. I did not trade much in pre-market. Most of my scalps were on AVCT. Let's dive into the recap. AVCT was good to me today. I kind of traded it throughout. I didn't touch it at the beginning because it was below VWAP when it opened up in market open. I waited for the break of 250, seeing if it's going to hold it. It actually held a VWAP. I started scalping it slowly. I scalped my way in the 250 area through 280. There was some good opportunities. It did have a little bit more pullbacks than I was hoping for, because the previous 1 minute pullbacks were kind of really good for scalping, especially at this 949, 948 candle. A pullback to 238, a break of 45 up to 260, 19, 17 cents. That's not bad. What was good, the next good trade was the bounce of a VWAP. And if you were patient, you definitely could have got in and made some good money on it. Unexpectedly, right? The stock was strong on that particular area, bounce of the VWAP. But I think on top of other things, there was nothing else moving really, right? There was some expectation for ISIG, but it just moved pre-market and just kind of sold off right away. The market open. BFRI had some, but we'll get into that later. Anyway, continuing on AVCT recap. Scalped my way to 280, and I was up maybe 150 on it, maybe 200, and I was waiting for this 284, 285 break, and that was painful. I was basically spinning my wheels, which happens, right? But what I noticed, it wasn't getting any lower, right? It was holding that. So I was kind of like, okay, it's happening. So I took a lot of trades in that area for a break of 284, and it was basically break even. All those trades were break even for me, so I didn't get anywhere. And then as soon as it broke 260, I kind of like, okay, that's it. I'm done with it. The stock is done. And then out of nowhere, it just shut up. It shut up past 284 like it was nothing, and hit 315, kind of retraced. And I was like, okay, there's some strength coming in volume. I started trading. I traded the $3 break again to retest the 315. So scalp for 10 cents there. Had about 500 to 1,000 share scalp, so $100, $50 trades. It got me to 300. So that specific spot was, kind of a blessing in the day. It got me to 300. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, just got to capitalize on that opportunities. And then I also traded it after a little bit once I saw this diagonal trend line, right? It was kind of setting up for this bull flag type of movement, but I was kind of waiting for it to happen. It barely happened here. Retraced, keep retracing it, touched it here. I actually traded it at the break right here because it was setting up really nicely. Break of 84 again, that same spot, and didn't really capitalize on it. I think it was a break-even trade, and I was waiting for break of 60 again, and it didn't happen. So I thought, okay, maybe it has something, and I waited for the 277 to break. So that's another trade I took. So that was good. The scalping was okay, and it just got to be patient, right? It took some time for the scalp to pan out, but it was good. Up almost 300 on it, 296, not bad. Other stock, BFRI. BFRI was interesting, right? I didn't trade it at the open. I kind of just watched it on the sidelines here, but I did get into this second pull to test of highs at to test the 650s again. It didn't hold. Thankfully, I got out pretty fast, so it was maybe a little red on it. And then I just kind of scalped my way to a break even in this break of VWAP and retest. So that was pretty much that got me to break even, a little bit green on the day, $13 up, nothing to complain about, but glad to be green on it. CNTX was basically a scratch trade. I traded break of VWAP retest and it didn't happen, so I just got out really fast on this candle. If the 1 minute is actually a little bit more interesting, the retest I was hoping is going to happen here and it didn't, so I just got out on a break of 27. ENSC, that's another one, continuation from yesterday. It was good to me yesterday. I was up on at 150, kind of brought me up to 400 yesterday, so I thought maybe it's going to give some opportunities. It did give us opportunities later in the day. Unfortunately I was trading AVCT, and I did trade this initial pop from 70 to 80. It didn't really get me anywhere because the pullbacks were kind of large during that time, so I didn't trade that 1 minute high, 1 minute break. I should have, but anyway, AVCT took the spotlight from me today. And IINN, that's another one that it was a scratch for me. It's literally try to trade it after the halt, when it came out from halt. It actually resumed higher, so that's a good sign, right? On pullbacks, I think I got in around 35, 37. And I was hoping for it to go up to 70 again and potentially break a 6, but it never did. So I got out quickly, scratch trade, 79 cents, nothing. So glad I'm not down on it. But anyway, the day was choppy today. I mean, we saw some momentum. I know some people say there's a follow through in some stocks. I don't see it. I don't. Maybe a single stock that had follow through was AVCT. And that stock essentially, it was choppy, like that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. So 30 minutes waiting for this break of 84, and it never happened. And then all of a sudden, it breaks down, touches VWAP, and shoots up. I mean, there's no technicals, right? I mean, technical was a bounce off of VWAP, but everybody expected break of that 60 and it going down. So I just gotta watch. I guess that's the nature of scalping. I'm not really looking at the bigger picture. I'm just kind of looking for that initial burst of volume, and when I see that, I try to jump in. Sometimes I miss it, sometimes I don't. It's important to be alert and aware. I have 16 stocks that I watch at one time, so obviously they change throughout. Pre-market and then market open, the list could change, but usually it's around from 8 to 16 stocks. That's how many stocks I watch, and I watch for those bursts of volume, try to capitalize on that. Usually I'm not able to get in at the initial burst, but that continuation, when other people are trying to go, oh, I see something's happening, I want to get in. So that's kind of where I get in as well. So it works sometimes it doesn't, but so far it's been working okay. Anyway, up 313 today. I'm gonna end Friday early, so let me know, guys, how you did. You green, you red, what did you trade? I know some people got caught in BFRI, break of day high, but yeah, let me know. I talk to you guys on Monday.